Hey everyone, Vince here. Welcome to my MISTPLAY review. So MISTPLAY has been around for so long, everyone, and I figured, you know what, is it worth that time and effort still in 2026? I'm gonna see if I actually get rewarded for playing games still. I hope you all enjoy. So this is what MISTPLAY looks like these days, at least here in Australia. At the top of the screen you have all your account information, including your balance. Now the main balance I think you should care about are the units. While there is a gem-based system for when you spend money on MISTPLAY, I feel like the units are what most people are going to be using. And the way you generate these units is by, of course, playing games on MISTPLAY. Now the way MISTPLAY actually generates the currency is from your time in the games themselves, okay? Plus, they do have a leaderboard system as well, which is pretty cool. But not only that, they also have tasks that you can complete on a daily and even weekly basis, and sometimes monthly. Like right now, you can see, at least in my country of Australia, we have a few limited time events that are willing to give various amounts of these units. A good example here is an event that will give up to 300 units if I play the game Color Slide Hexa Puzzle. One that pops up a ton is the new game offer, where I can get up to 15 units when I play a new game for 8 minutes. Now for today's test, everyone, I withdrew $10 worth of Amazon currency, which cost me 2,530 of the units. Now, if you remember that gem-based currency I talked about earlier, you can actually convert those gems into units as well. So when you do spend real money on MISTPLAY, you can actually convert that into units, everyone. In fact, this gem-based currency is with every purchase you make within selected games on MISTPLAY. So keep that in mind. And each game may have a cap on the amount of gems you can actually get. At least here in Australia, the minimum amount is 1,610 units for $5 worth of currency. So that's kind of how you can break down the currency system, at least in my country, everyone. Most of these gift cards are just local stores in Australia or different services available. Again, in your own country, this is going to be completely different, so please keep that in mind. In fact, you may even have a different minimum amount. If you do have different cash out minimums in your country, please let me know, as I'd love to hear it. We actually don't have any PayPal here in Australia, funny enough, but I heard in America they may still have PayPal. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. Now I think the biggest draw to MISTPLAY, everyone, is the amount of games they actually have available for you guys to earn these units through, okay? And I have to say, compared to all the other reward platforms out there that supposedly give real currency for playing games, MISTPLAY probably has the biggest selection of games available in the market, again, at least in my experience. They literally have categories upon categories that you can go through to find games that you actually enjoy playing. But the big kicker is, everyone, each game has a different unit earning rate. So you can't just expect to play any game on MISTPLAY and get a good earning rate of units, because that's just not how it works, okay? Obviously, the best tactic you can do is go for the highest unit games first. I mean, it's pretty common sense. An example here is MISTPLAY allows me to generate units by playing Viking Rise. It has a 5 times hyper earning rate, and you get 100 units per checkpoint completed. And you also get 2 gems per dollar spent. Now you can see here, everyone, there are different tasks available as well the more progress you make on the game. You can actually track how long you play each game for pretty easily as well with their system here. There's also the event tab as well, where you can find different activities to get more units throughout the day. Now they do have a loyalty system as well for your account, which means there are different ranks available, but you do have to spend real money for that, everyone, with the gem-based system. So please keep that in mind. Each rank obviously has more benefits than the other. Again, very straightforward system. So now when it comes to the actual time it takes to generate these units, each checkpoint is going to take longer than the last one. So always keep that in mind, everyone. I generally found in my experience here in Australia, it can take up to like 30 minutes to an hour to sometimes complete checkpoints. Each game may have a different reward when you do reach that checkpoint for it. So just pay attention. You don't want to waste your time on games that don't really give too many units. Again, I really do appreciate how many games are available on MISTPLAY. I do have a streak system, but I don't really find it that useful, to be fair. Now that you know all of that, let me just break down how my experience went with MISTPLAY in 2026. So everyone, for this MISTPLAY review, I absolutely smashed it out. Went through and played so many games. And while you can get PXP, which is the profile experience, I really didn't care about that either. All that mattered to me was getting my hands on the most units possible. Every time you do complete a checkpoint, it will let you know in the game you're playing, so keep that in mind. I just wanted to say, if you enjoy what I do here on YouTube every single week, please don't forget to like, comment, comment, and subscribe. Your support means the absolute world to me, so thank you so much for everything. I promise you I will be uploading more. You guys know how life gets though. So it took a few weeks to actually generate over 2,500 of these gems. As I mentioned earlier, I did cash out the $10 worth of Amazon currency, and it did state purchase successful, which then sent an email to my account. And yes, everyone, I am very happy to say within around 20 minutes of withdrawing that Amazon gift card, it did arrive straight to my Gmail account, which was excellent to see. In fact, on the screen right now, you can see my process actually activating that Amazon gift card that I received from MISTPLAY. So everyone, at least in my experience in 2026 in Australia, MISTPLAY did reward me for my time. Now, was it a fast process generating those units? No. You have to be realistic, okay? But for me personally, MISTPLAY did come through. So you can do whatever you want with that information, everyone. Again, depending on your country, could be completely different experience. Let me know in the comments what you think of MISTPLAY. Now that I've wrapped up that MISTPLAY review, everyone, I want to know in the comment section below what money-making methods you are using online in 2026, whether it be investing in the stock market or, using applications like MISTPLAY or QMe. I just want to know what everyone's up to, because to be brutally honest, 2026 so far has released some shocking applications. Like, I'm very sad with the current get paid to platforms that have come out recently, especially the 3-hour gaming ones. Now, granted, I know some of them are actually pretty fun to play and they may give like 30 cents maximum per hour, but compared to MISTPLAY and Just Play, they just don't equal up, okay? So thankfully MISTPLAY is still delivering the goods, at least in my opinion, for your time, and so is Just Play to a certain extent depending on your country. But I feel like we are struggling to find anything decent this year so far. Now, that being said, I still really do want to do some sort of investing series or something along those lines. All in all though, I'm just going to keep on trying to find new money-making platforms out there just to give them reviews to see if they're actually worth any time and effort. And remember, depending on country, your age, and even gender, all of these platforms will behave completely different, and I can only review what I have here in Australia. I'm hoping that me wasting time playing all these little applications will save someone else time out there. That's the whole point of my channel. It's to actually jump on these grenades as such, so you guys don't have to go through it, okay? That's the ultimate goal of the Vinsane channel, and it always has been, alright? Fingers crossed we get some much better releases this year. We can only hope at the end of the day. I'll keep my eyes peeled for anything decent, but if not, I'm still going to review it anyway, just so I can make sure you guys don't have to sit through it and waste your own time. By the way, if you watched up to this point in the video, let me know in the comments below what country you're watching from, okay? It helps a lot for me to figure out what kind of applications I should try and be on the hunt for. Check out my channel for almost 1,000 reviews. Catch you later.